Hello, hello. Welcome to your energy update for December 9th through the 15th. Oh my goodness. Holy moly, moly, moly. We have so much. And I feel like this has been a reoccurring theme, but we are not slowing down anytime soon. A lot of shifting. I've been talking a lot. If you don't follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, follow me at I am Wendy Gerhart. And I have been talking about some of the things that we are going to be shifting around the moving from the 12 to the 13. Um, Really a lot of conversations around time, the fact that we are getting ready with the 12-12 portal. We are then actually shifting beginning the 12th to the 13th this month. We are in a major calibration period where we will be shifting the energy from the energy of the 12 to the energy of the 13. The 13th DNA strand is coming on. I've seen the 42nd dimension come on board, which is activating along with the number 13. We are moving into the 13 zodiacs. A lot of shifts, right? Because the 12 was really much more related to this oath that we had taken before to be on this planet in a sort of inverted, imperfect, sort of harmonic. And it was what really laid the ground for the matrix that we were currently working in. And now we're moving back into our natural, more nature-based harmonic. So a lot. The year, I can already tell you that next year we're going to be having a lot of pineal and third eye activations, but in order for that to really transpire, we're going to have to continue to move into a new harmonic of truth. That being said, you may be clearing a lot around your bloodline still, around galactic timelines, around deception, deceit, lies, protecting the truth, all of these sort of things. There are going to be themes that are going to be coming up and coming up and coming up. So, just know we are still this week moving through massive clearings as time is going to feel like it's really going at hyperspeed. And for many of us, it has almost felt like the last several months we're sort of in this time warp bubble where it happened, but you don't even remember it happening. And the days right now seem like never ending, but also not happening. So we're in a weird sort of like energy right now. So we're starting off with the Five of Pentacles. Now, when we talk about the Five of Pentacles, usually this has to do with financial hardship, insecurity, these sort of things. But what I am really seeing is that this is being cleared. Okay. For anybody who has been experiencing what felt like money blocks, inability to really have the kind of success, financial security, consistency with the money that you have been desiring, it feels like this is coming in, this is being cleared. You may even begin to notice yourself shifting the way that you're thinking about, especially if you're someone who has had a tendency to be critical, to doubt, to worry, all of those things. A lot of assistance is being brought in right now. There's a lot of people, in all the dimensions and all of the places that are really focused on trying to make sure that we transition and the highest light, right? There's a lot invested in this timeline shift. So this is being cleared because Earth, right? Gaia wants this old way around money to be cleared off the earth. So we need as many people as we possibly can to be an inspiration, to be a representation of what it is to have money in the new earth sort of way that is very much led through creativity, inspiration, revolutionizing industries, energetics. In this new frequency, the feminine 13 frequency, that is going to look different than the way the patriarchy looked. But I also want to caution those of you who think feminine means female. If you're looking for female leadership, you might be surprised you're not always going to find a woman there. You might actually still find a man. So it's beginning to recognize, right, that the feminine is also very mysterious. She is often goes unseen, unwitnessed, which means she's right in front of you. She just doesn't look the way you thought she would. And so it is part of us as those who are walking this ascension path, who are being the way showers and the light workers to see what others don't. So continue to push yourself into clearing all of the energetics also around what that whole 13 feminine energy actually looks like so that you can, again, this is around truth, right? So you can begin to see things more clearly. With this, we have um, King Raphael. And when we have Raphael, Raphael is usually associated with the healing arts. And so he says, and he is with the water and with the dolphins. Oh, so poignant. Oh my gosh. So again, emotions. We're dealing with the throat again. The throat chakra. Dolphins have a lot to do with the throat chakra, by the way. And it looks like we've got some Poseidon type energy. So, yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. And I feel as though the follow the creative passions, there's going to be a lot clearing around what's possible, what the truth is, um, and what you're capable of creating versus what you may have told yourself in the past. And this is coupled with the unfolding rose here. And when we talk about the ever unfolding rose, it's more of this idea of letting yourself crack wide open, letting the rose continue to unfold. And so it's very much having to do with this sort of clearing and cleansing process that's going on. The next card we have is the Two of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles showing up again. And if you notice this card, you'll see in the background that the water back there, it's pretty rocky there. And so his back is really turned to this. And so my interpretation of this is that we are really coming back into balance. What has been contorted, what has been lopsided, what has been sort of like this up and down sort of roller coaster, we are now moving, and this is a invitation to clear any imbalance and to clear any highs and lows and to come back into a consistency, back into a center, back into balance. And this is coupled with the Eight of Michael. Michael being a very big energy as we move into 2025, again, because he is what we associate with the sword, with truth. Um, and you'll see that he is accompanying a beautiful woman who is walking through the gates. And we have this eight energy. So again, we have this infinity, this abundance, this overflow type of energy. And it says, you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situations, not seeing things clearly. So again, an invitation to recognize that all that you may think that is limited, that has perhaps caused this, that has perhaps led to this, right? That it is not so. And so there have been a lot of things that we have been taught to believe that we ourselves have created stories around to believe, and it has become our reality. And because it has become our reality, we think it is the truth. And yet the truth is what we decide it is. And so we get to see things a little bit more clearly as we learn to dance with life. Now, this card is really about, and it's such a pretty card, I have to say. It's such a pretty card here as we dance with life. And so, really, this to me is about the movement. Move the energy, move your body. Now, one of the things I talked about on Instagram yesterday is our physicality is going to be changing. As we get more flexibility back into our body, back into our bones, and I don't really know the exact timeline over this, is some of the more rigid, hard-hitting type of physical movements are going to become a little bit more challenging, may lead to more injuries type of a thing. I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, but uh, consider, right, that in order to really move the energy, move yourself back into balance, right, you want to do it in a creative, a dance is very expressive, a very expressive. So we're moving the body, we're moving the energy, we're creating. It's all with flow. It's all with ease. It's a whole new way versus the has been way, which is like get in there, run your 3 miles, lift your weights, do your squats. That's a very metaphorical way of speaking to how things have been in the patriarchy and how we have been conditioned to think of how we even move our body. And so, even in the little tweaks like that, we're being invited to see things a little bit differently. Next, oh, love this. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the thing I love about not only this card, which usually brings in good luck, it means that, there's going to be positive changes, breakthroughs in your career. Um, we also see here that we have the beautiful, circle here, which represents not only the cell, but also our clock, our time, all of these things, right? Technically, it represents in astrology, we have the whole like natal chart. It represents a lot of different things. And so there is a changing in there's the changing of an era, there is changing of time. And so everything we're doing right now is preparing us for what's next. And so this middle part of December through the middle-ish part of January is going to be a highly powerful, potent, calibrating, integrating, mind, body, soul shifting kind of a time, which is why I put the Empress Activator there. So if you have not registered for Empress Activator, one of the things I can tell you is right now I'm working through this next phase with support, even group or not group, one-on-one with somebody is going to be really, really, really helpful and is going to help those who are ready to move to quantum leap, because now you are bringing in the codes and the activations within the group. And this is matched with Page of Gabriel. And when we talk about Gabriel, we are talking about the throat. So this says, follow your passion. You're ready for any challenges, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Okay, I think this kind of says it all. Okay, to me, this is very much, he's got his staff with light that is lit up by the sun. It has a new anchor point. We are now being led by the light. We are now walking forward to our creative endeavors with passion, with movement, with a knowing of a new truth, a new time, a new natural harmonic. All is rising higher and higher. And we once again have the Starseed card. We got this last week as well. Yes, many of you, especially if you're following me, are Starseeds. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's really encouraging you, right? Many Starseeds have found themselves sort of challenged to figure out what their purpose is. A lot of the energy we're moving in is connecting everyone into their purpose. Okay, this is going to be a big energy that is coming forth, especially in 2025. Actually, I want to say in 2026, but we're moving ourselves into that direction. And so the call here is to recognize how powerful and gifted and connected you are and how much purpose you have. Even if it feels like you're not connected to it, you cannot be separate from it. And to really begin to call in and recognize what lights you up. Pay attention to these subtle cues that we're perhaps thinking are coincidence, but are in fact really massive clues that are pushing us forward into our Dharma. Okay, then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, typically, and like my throat right now, woo, yeah, feels beautiful. By the way, it feels terrible. Okay, so the Eight of Swords usually represents like victim mentality, right? This negative thoughts, this negative perspective. So things like doubt, worry, fear. Okay, so really this is being cleared out of the system. We want to release all of this. It cannot come with us. It will not be able to hold. If you're carrying a lot of this, you won't be able to hold the frequency of the new harmonics. Okay, so it's really, really critical that if at any time during our ascension process, during our expansion process, that during this time we stay heavily committed to being in our power, claiming our vessel for the light, and to thank the doubt and the worry and the fear for the presence it has had in our life. Thank you for getting us to where we are. Thank you for teaching me the beautiful lessons. But now I am good to go and you are free to leave. So it's not like we're ever going to completely get rid of these things, but where we are ready to release them around money, around career, around purpose, around and helping to formulate new truths, it's time to let this go. And this comes in with Archangel Azrael and of course the beautiful number 13. And so release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Of course, we are going to be coming into peace, letting this go, and know that everything is being divinely orchestrated for you. Now is the time. If you There will be new guides coming in for those of you who work with guides. There will be new beings in your frequency field. If you have not felt super connected, now is the time. Because you have free will, these energies, these beings of light that are here to assist cannot come in unless you welcome them. Okay? So now is the time to ask, to call upon the council, to call upon those who are here to help you to bring forth your purpose, your dharma, your truth, your abundance, your health, your love, your connection, all of the beautiful things that are now here for you, that are now ready and waiting for you to claim, that they're here to help you show you how. Okay, that is the energy reading for the next week. Again, lots of clearing, but lots of light anchoring in. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Remember, if at any time it feels particularly challenging or hard, know this too shall pass. I have a fearless course that is evergreen that I created. It's actually not a super woo program. It's very logical. And I created this when I was going through my energetic awakening. And it was what I felt was the most needed for myself, and has helped countless people. When you're going through some of these sort of ego deaths, through these major expansions and periods of transformation that can be very rattling to the nervous system, to our psyche, and it really helps to ground and move through things with ease. And so, if this is something that you feel like might be helpful to you, the link is below. If you want to work through all of this in a group to really have the activations and the energy and the power and the frequencies of this death and rebirth portal, of the shifting into the new harmonics, of the higher timeline, all of the things, then I invite you into the Empress Activator, which starts on 12/12. Again, that link will be below as well. And if you're not following me on Instagram, come follow me. Let's be friends at I am Wendy Gerhart. All right. Love you. And I will see you on next week's energy reading.